Hey everyone, now that we've finished the Mist Trail, we're heading back down via the John Muir Trail. Come along and enjoy the walk with us.
All right, let's get going. Remind me again, where exactly are we right now?
We're still up near Nevada Fall, and from here, we're heading down via the John Muir Trail.
Got it. So after coming up the Mist Trail, we're taking the John Muir Trail back down.
That makes it feel like the way down is going to have a totally different vibe.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little darker, so let's keep moving, but still watch our footing.
That sounds good. I still want to enjoy the views on the way down, just without rushing.
With views like this, it's kind of hard to leave Nevada Fall behind.
I know. If we could, I'd honestly stay here and look at it a little longer.
I feel the same way, but it's getting pretty late, and if we're going to head back, now's probably the time.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's hard to walk away from it, but let's really take it in before we go.
By the way, what exactly is the John Muir Trail again?
It's a famous long-distance trail. It runs from Yosemite Valley all the way to Mount Whitney through the High Sierra. What we're on right now is just the Yosemite section.
Wow, it's that long? So what we're walking now is only one small part of the whole trail.
Right. And for most of the route, it overlaps with the Pacific Crest Trail, which is part of why the JMT has such a special reputation among hikers.
Got it. So people say the name all the time. But what was John Muir actually known for?
He was one of the biggest voices in conservation. He was also a writer, and his work helped people see the value of Yosemite and the Sierra. He also co-founded the Sierra Club in 1892.
So it's not just a name on a trail. He's someone who helped people understand why places like this matter.
That's how I think about it. Yosemite isn't just a beautiful place to hike. Part of why it's protected the way it is goes back to people like him.
Hearing that makes this route feel a little more special on the way down. It's not just scenery. It feels like there's history here too.
So what would you say is the biggest difference between the Mist Trail and the John Muir Trail?
One big difference is that even though they both take you toward Nevada Fall, they feel really different when you're actually on them. The JMT is longer, but it doesn't hit you with those steep stair sections the same way.
Got it. So the Mist Trail feels shorter but steeper, and the JMT feels more like a longer, steadier route.
Right. On the Mist Trail, those steep stone steps near Vernal Fall, plus the spray and slippery footing, are the kind of things that really stay with you. The JMT feels more like a route where you can take in wider views as you descend.
I can see that. The Mist Trail feels like you're going right into the drama of the falls, while the JMT lets you take in the valley and the granite from a little farther back.
And on the JMT side, you also get different angles on things like Liberty Cap and Nevada Fall. The views around Clark Point are a big part of what makes that route so good.
Wow, this is such a good view. Liberty Cap really stands out from here.
It really does. Once you get to this point, that rounded shape really stands out.
And you can still catch part of Nevada Fall over there. It feels like so many highlights are packed into one view.
Exactly. One of the nice things about the JMT side is that you get a slightly more pulled back view, so you can take in both the size of the rock and the way the valley opens up.
It's not just a pretty view. You really get that classic Yosemite sense of scale from here.
Yeah, this really feels like the kind of view you only get from the JMT side. It feels like a real treat seeing it from here.
Walking back on the JMT like this, I can see why so many people go up one way and come down another.
Exactly. Even just not retracing your steps changes the whole feel of the hike. The scenery hits you differently, so it never really starts to feel repetitive.
On the way up, you really get that close-up waterfall feeling. And on the way back, you get to take in the views from a little farther out.
It's almost like the climb and the descent each show you a different side of the same place. That's a big part of what makes the loops so good.
So even though you're still in the same Nevada fall area, the whole experience feels a lot richer when the way back has its own feel too.
And taking a different route on the way down kind of resets your mood too. It keeps the hike feeling fresh all the way through.
Yeah. Instead of it just feeling like the way back, the whole loop feels more like one complete hike.
Taking one trail up and another down makes the whole hike feel more like a real journey.
I know what you mean. On a trip like this, it doesn't feel like it's just about the destination. The drive becomes part of the experience too.
Quick plug. EcoDrive buys and sells cars, handles trade-ins and repairs, and offers rentals too. If you're interested, check the link in the video description.
And when you don't have to worry about the drive, it's a lot easier to relax and enjoy a hike like this.
It's funny. Downhill looks easier and climbing, but you can still feel it building up in your legs. Your breathing settles down, so it kind of sneaks up on you.
That's true. Descending usually doesn't tax your breathing as much, but your quads are basically acting like brakes the whole time, and your knees feel it too. So it's a different kind of fatigue.
And on the JMT, it's not like one huge staircase where it all hits at once. It's more like your legs just keep working for a long time without you really noticing.
Got it. So instead of one hard hit, it's more like the strain slowly adds up.
Exactly. That's why it helps not to rush the downhill. If your stride gets too long, your legs usually end up taking more of the impact.
Especially on a trail like this, where the views open up and it feels easy to just keep moving. That's usually when the fatigue catches up with you later.
Right. Just knowing downhill works your legs in a different way probably changes how you walk it.
Once we finished the Mist Trail and started down the John Muir Trail, it really made me realize that the way back is part of the hike too.
Same here. Learning more about the JMT made it even more interesting. And I liked how different the scenery felt from the Mist Trail.
Right. If the Mist Trail is all about feeling the waterfalls up close, the JMT is great for taking in the wider views and the way the trail unfolds.
We've only just started down, but it already feels like there's a whole different side of the hike waiting ahead.
Thanks for watching. Next time, we'll wrap up our John Muir Trail descent. See you in the next one.